Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cheryl Technology Channel. My name is Chris, and I'm your host today. And in this one, we are going to be looking at a series that I've wanted to do for quite some time. It's something that I have wanted to do for like 5-6 years. It is something that I've wanted to get my CCNA for 5-6 years, and I've been trying to figure out how I can do that. Like, I really know, I know how much work it's going to take. I know the amount of effort I'm going to have to put in. I know all of these things, and I want to take y'all along on this journey because I think it's important to know that just because you're a certain age, I'm 46, just because you're a certain age does not mean you can't do it. And I'm going to prove that to you. And that's what this journey is all about. I'm creating a VM to install Packet Tracer in so that I have a separate machine that is not my own that will run Packet Tracer. Packet Tracer, they have a deb package that you can run on Ubuntu, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm installing Ubuntu on this distribution of Ubuntu. It's 2404, and I forget what version of Packet Tracer it is. It's like version 8 something, 8 dot something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but at the time of this recording, which is 6/24/25, that's what was available. So, have you ever wanted to do something but you keep procrastinating? Yeah, me too. I do the same thing. I have procrastinated about this for 5 years, and a buddy of mine, Toby, shout out to my man Toby, I have wanted to do this for so long. I've wanted to get my CCNA. I have what it takes. I am good at networking. I love it. And I just, for whatever reason, have never took the steps to do it. I'm lazy probably. Or I got other things I want to do. So I decided, what if I take this series, what if I take my CCNA studies and I put them into a video format? I love making videos. I will always do it because I love to do it. And it takes networking and videos and puts them together. So if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, reach out to me in the comments. If you need prayer for something, or your family needs prayer for something, or your friends, just let me know. Reach out to me in the comments, and I'll be glad to do any of that. And if you don't know him, then I'll be happy to tell you why you need him. And everybody, let's just get right into this. So our first step that we're going to do in this is installation of Ubuntu in a VM. So I've got so what I did was I know I said I'd never use ESXi, but my other host is down. So I created it. I have this one up and running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this I just want to show y'all. So to do this, let me minimize that. To do this, you'd go to the data store browser. I went ahead and I downloaded Ubuntu right here. So I went ahead and downloaded it, and I created a folder in here called, where it says create directory. I created a directory called ISO files. So all of my ISO files go in here, and I just selected this one when I created the VM, and that's what you see right here. So what we're going to do, and I set in the settings, I'll show you in the settings. In the settings, you have to set, under CD DVD drive. Hell, my darn computer went to sleep. To set this, you would go to, because normally it'll say host device. You want to make sure it says data store ISO, and then file, and then select that file that you downloaded, and it'll come up to this. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll click next. Next. We're just going to do basically, I have a wired connection next. So now we got to update the installer, right? Because I like to update things. I like to keep things up to date. And we're actually going to do a couple things in this. One of the things we're going to do is let's click on that again. We're going to, this computer has, if I remember right, this specific computer has 16 gig of RAM, and I think the processor's like a 4-core. It's nothing fancy. It was a little mini PC. Automated install. At some point, I'd like to investigate this, but we're on Cisco CCNA trail right now. Just essentials. Yep. There we go. Install that. Download additional format. So we want both of these. So really, all we're doing is we're installing Ubuntu on a VM. Then after that's done, then we're going to install Packet Tracer. So this will be the first video, and then there'll be a series of other videos. So we're going to call this Chris. Yeah, and then we're going to do this password right there. And then we're going to do this one right here. Okay. I'm going to uncheck. No, we'll check it. We don't care. Let's see. Is that right? Yes. Denver. That is correct. And then we're going to install. So everybody, what I really want you to get from this video is that I wanted to create this because I knew that if I started it, I would finish it. And I I needed to find a way, force myself to do it. I have wanted my CCNA for so long. Y'all have no idea. I also want my Linux Plus, and I stand before you like I graduated from college, top of my class in I think 6 years ago. In networking, got a network management degree, a bachelor's degree in network management, and I have been working ever since. Like I have a family, I have 2 boys and a wife, and my mom lives with me too. And I really want to be transparent with y'all because this is going to be difficult. A lot of people don't tell you how hard it is. It is very difficult because you have to know a lot of different things. Like you have to know security, you have to know a lot of the back end stuff for Cisco stuff. Like I already work with Cisco switches at work. Like there's certain things I can do, like finding MAC addresses, finding IP to MAC resolution. I can do all that stuff. Like I can do a lot of things, but there's a lot of knowledge I don't have. I want to be competent in whatever I do. I'm a Christian. I represent Christ. So I want to be competent in everything that I do. I don't want to say that I know what I'm doing, but not. I actually want to know what I'm doing. So that's where all this kind of started. As many of you know, I love Linux. I love everything about Linux. Most things about Linux, but that's what this video is really about. This series is about me delving into the possibility that maybe I could get my CCNA. What if I could? Like, what if I could take my knowledge and take it to the next level? And, I'm using, so for note taking, as y'all know, I did a video on it, UpNote. That's the note-taking app that I use when I'm kind of building this stuff out. I have to build things out in a certain way that makes sense to me, and UpNote does that perfectly. So that's what I use for that. And I really want y'all to know that this series is about doing stuff that we don't think we can do, right? I remember in the Bible, I'm going to bring the Bible into this a little bit. It talks about how God says that there will be nothing that will be withheld from them now. And that means that we'll be able to do anything we put our mind to do, we can do. But we can do all things through Christ, who strengthens me. So that's kind of where I'm at, y'all. I tried for years to separate my Christianity from my technology stuff, and I can't. I can't do it. I had a lot of friends tell me to do that. And in the end, it's who I am. I'm not going to change who I am to seem good to a couple people. I'm not going to do that. I'm telling you, I'm imperfect. This is going to be one of the hardest things I've ever done. So we're going to install Ubuntu on this VM, and then once that's done, then I'm going to install Packet Tracer, and then the video after that will be me installing ThinLink. And so I'm going to add them into this video series because I like their product. I like it. It works very well. And so I want to include them in on this process. And we'll go through all the steps of how to do everything. This is more of me making a video because I know that if I start this series, I'm going to finish it. And if I start my learning, because y'all are going to go along for the learning journey and everything, y'all are going to be a part of all of it. And I don't know, it's been so long since I've studied, I don't remember how, right? I mean, I know how to learn things. I'm good at it. But when you're taking on the CCNA, it's an entirely different ball game. The CCNA is difficult. It's very hard. I know a lot of it already, but there's a lot of it I don't know. There's new things that they've introduced that I don't know. And I want to take y'all along on this because I think it's important for you to see the challenges that can come. The one part that I'm going to really hate is subnetting. I absolutely hate subnetting. I hate it. I hate subnetting so bad. It isn't that I can't do it. I just don't like doing it. There's subnet calculators you can use online now, so but I know that it's something I really need to know. Subnetting is extraordinarily important for a network person. Extraordinarily important. And there's a bunch of other fundamentals you need to know. Like there's a lot of things that you're going to need to know, but I'm going to pause this and we'll wait till this is done and I'll be back in just a second. And we are back. And it looks like that Ubuntu is actually installed now. That's the first step in this series, y'all, that on my journey toward my CCNA. So what we're going to do next, in the next video, we're going to be installing Cisco Packet Tracer on, yes, you see it, Ubuntu 2404. Thank y'all for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, reach out to me in the comments, and I will be glad to lead you to him or pray for your family or whoever you need prayer for. And everybody, thank y'all for watching. And until my next video, everybody, peace.